Hello, my name is Hannah Luna, and today I'm going to be evaluating the elements of diversity. I am going to be comparing Jefferson Elementary and Williams Elementary to the state of California. Jefferson Elementary has an enrollment of 547 students. Williams Elementary has a total enrollment of 406 students. And the state of California has a total enrollment of 6,002,523 students. As we can see here, Jefferson Elementary has a total of 33 students that are African American, 1 student which is American Indian, an Asian, 1 Filipino, 481 Hispanics, 6 that are 2 or more races, and 24 that are white. While Williams Elementary has 48 total African Americans, 2 American Indians, 336 Hispanics, 3 that are 2 or more races, and 17 white. When we look at the student groups, we see that in Jefferson Elementary, there is a total of a 35.1% of English learners. There is 99.3% that are socioeconomically disadvantaged, and 6.9% of students with disabilities. While in Williams Elementary, we see that there are a percentage of 37.7 English learners. There's a 99.5% that are socioeconomically disadvantaged, and there's 7.6% of students with disabilities. When we compare it to the state of California, we see that there's a total of 17% that are English learners, 60.3% that are socioeconomically disadvantaged, and a 12.5% of students with disabilities. When looking at the mathematic performance, we get to see that there are English language learners that are in the orange, there are Hispanics, the socially economically disadvantaged, and students with disabilities. For Williams Elementary, the orange is with English learners, Hispanic, and socioeconomically disadvantaged. While in the state of California, the orange has African American, American Indian, English learners, Pacific Islanders, students with disabilities. In the yellow, they have Hispanic, socioeconomically disadvantaged. In the green, there's Filipino, the 2 or more races, the whites, and in the blue, they have Asians. For English language arts, Jefferson Elementary has students with disabilities in the orange zone. They have English learners, Hispanic, and socioeconomically disadvantaged in the yellow, while Williams Elementary has English language learners, Hispanic, and socioeconomic disadvantaged students in the orange, and the state of California has American Indian, foster youth, Pacific Islanders, and students with disabilities in the orange. They have African Americans, English learners, Hispanic, and socioeconomically disadvantaged in the yellow. They have the 2 or more races and whites in green, and they have Asian and Filipinos in blue. For Jefferson Elementary, the students that are more affected by chronic absenteeism, we have African Americans in the red, we have students with disabilities in orange, we have socioeconomically disadvantaged students or whites in the yellow, we have Hispanics in green, and we have English learners in blue. But Williams Elementary has African Americans and students with disabilities in the red, they have Hispanics and socioeconomically disadvantaged students in the orange, they have English learners in the green, and they have no students in the blue. Now looking at the suspension rate, which can affect the academic performance and engagement, for Jefferson Elementary, listed in blue, there's African Americans, English learners, Hispanic, the socially economically disadvantaged, and students with disabilities. For Williams Elementary, there is African Americans and students with disabilities in the red. We have English learners, Hispanics, and socioeconomically disadvantaged students in the orange. And when compared to the state of California, there are African Americans, American Indians in the orange. There's English learners, Hispanic, the 2 or more races, socioeconomic disadvantaged students, and students with disabilities in the yellow. There's Filipinos in the green and Asians in blue.